Rachel, hello.
Hi.
Congratulations to your race. What an amazing race.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a tough old day. You know, really hot out there, and some really tough competitions. So I'm happy with second place. It's not quite first, but I feel like I had a pretty decent day.
So you're used to swim very fast normally. Today you came out, we expected you first, but what happened in the swimming?
I made a mistake that beginners maybe make, but I shouldn't make, in that I put lots of Vaseline on my neck and then I rubbed my goggles and I couldn't see anything, and so I had to keep stopping and looking and putting my head down, and I was actually pretty happy that I limited my loss to Caroline to just a minute, but that is not something I will do again. It was frustrating. I felt like I was in good swim shape and I could have got into that leading pack, but you know, it's just a swim. I then had to just focus on the run, the bike and the run. You know, you can't let one mistake ruin your day.
So you came out 3 minutes before Mirinda Carfrae, and then you pushed really hard on the bike in the first round already.
Yeah.
How was the bike today with the wind?
I mean, there was a bit of wind, but it wasn't as strong as when I did it in 2012, so it didn't feel too bad because my memory was of pretty strong winds. It was, you know, this is one of the best bike courses you can imagine. You go through the towns and the support you get, it just like launches you onto the next section. And I had almost my entire family out here watching, and I just wanted to like do them proud. So I pushed really hard and I felt really good. And I felt good in the last 40k, and I pushed on, and I was surprised I got a gap on Caroline, but happy that I had a gap.
But the gap to Mirinda, it wasn't big enough, but you worked very hard together with Anja Baranek on the bike.
Yeah, but Anja caught me at some point on the first loop, just before the climb at Rennen. And she went up that super fast, and I stayed with her, and she didn't do the second loop quite as quickly as the first loop, but yeah, it was a nice group, and I hope she's okay. I think she collided with someone on their first loop, and you know, you never want to see that happen to any of your competitors, so I'm glad she's okay.
So you noticed the accident with the relay biker? I
was actually leading at the time. I just heard a big bang behind me, and I thought it was a puncture, but Caroline came past me and she just let me know that Anja had come off. So then I was super cautious, you know, I was pretty vocal at telling people I was coming past, because you know, you want to get to the T2 safe, and so I apologise to any age groupers who I shouted at, but I just wanted to stay upright.
So going through T2, you very quickly had your rhythm in running and still could keep the gap. How was it coming back to the Roth?
Coming back to
the second part of the marathon?
I had a bit of a dip just as I was back on the canal, and I just felt pretty lousy for about 5 or 6k, and actually a guy overtook me, and he had a good cadence, so I just copied his cadence, and that really lifted me, and you know, I just kept fighting. You know, Rini is such a good runner, and I really didn't want to get overtaken, but she got me. But I'm pretty happy with how I kind of picked up the pace from about 20k onwards. You know, I had a good second half of the run. So
it was very hot today, and the humidity rised as well. So how you came along with the weather?
I mean, I do like the heat. Well, I like the heat in that I seem to be able to cope with it pretty well. It did make it tough. You know, it was really hot at the end of the bike, and then running, you know, there were parts where there was no shade and you're like, oh, it's so hot. But we got a bit of cloud cover later on, and that was a massive relief, and it kind of made the second half a little bit better.
Okay.
So.
Did you expect that with your great time you couldn't win today?
You know, I predicted that the winner would have to go sub 8:40, and Rinny went sub 8:40. So I knew it was going to be a fast day, whatever the weather conditions, because when you put such a quality field together, you get the maximum out of them. You know, we all have to bring our A game. So yeah, I knew it would be fast.
All right. If you think about the weather, we think about Kona as well. So after Roth, you're gonna have some recovery weeks. What are your plans next, and what are your plans for Kona? You're leading the pro ranking, actually.
Yeah, that's always nice. But I think Rinny said, you know, no one arrived. I think Kona's you can't make any predictions on Kona on what happened here. You know, you've had another 10 weeks of training, so everyone just maybe is in a different shape, maybe better, maybe worse, you don't know. You hope for better, but it's going to be a fast race is what I predict. And you know, I'm taking a week holiday in Germany now, near Munich, and spend time with family and relax and really make sure I'm recovered, because you can't jump back into training unless you're like 100% recovered. So yeah, so then I'll go back to Boulder and start training.
And then we see you in Kona, or you just thinking about what are you going to do?
I'm going to be in Kona.
Yeah. For sure. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not sure I'll race between now and then. You kind of have to play it by ear. But it almost doesn't matter if I'm not racing, because I have Bahrain coming up, and I'm one of the ambassadors, and really excited to be at that race. And we got a nice little package by getting on the podium, so that's going to be another good race. Yeah.
Okay, so enjoy your time in close to Munich the next couple of weeks, and hope to see you soon on the podium, maybe in Kona, and one step further up, one step higher.
Would be nice.
That's it. Okay, thank you very much, Rachel.
Thanks. Thank you.